AC/DC might be one of the most famous bands of all time. They've sold a crazy 200 million records with this blend of hard rock, blues rock, and what it looks like is heavy metal music, which makes up AC/DC style. It also looks like they've had a bunch of different lineup changes, with a drummer being replaced and their lead singer Bon Scott sadly dying of alcohol poisoning, and then being replaced by Brian Johnson. So it might be cool to eventually check out both of these lead singers, but it looks like the most kind of notoriety and album sales, their biggest albums, came with the lead singer Brian Johnson. Now, I've chosen to listen to one of their most famous songs to start off with. This is Back in Black. Pretty sure I've heard this in media before. I know that I probably recognize the dude's voice. I think he's got that very cool, traditionally raspy rock voice. So I can't wait to check this out. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, here we go. This is Back in Black by AC/DC. If you do end up enjoying the video, hit me with a like, maybe share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join our awesome community. Maybe leave an awesome comment down below. You might make it into the next video. Here we go. Okay. I've definitely heard that intro before. I've heard this song before. For sure. This is a great riff, man. So much attitude in those guitars. Dude, that's how you play the fucking guitar. Wow. Okay, that is everything that I guess that I love about rock music all rolled in one. The attitude of the singer, those guitars, those drums, everything in sync with each other. It creates this feeling of like freedom inside of you, like fun, freedom, to a zest for life. I think that is the biggest sort of compliment you can give to a track, right? It evokes that kind of emotion in you. And I have to say, it's mainly because of those guitars, dude. The way he's playing this thing with all that attitude and those fantastic little runs that he does at the end of like different phrases. And also, I think it's really cool that the lyrics are kind of describing a comeback, which I think that this signified for the band, right? With their lead singer dying. I think that's kind of the whole gist of this track. Let's back this up a little bit. Dude, those guitars. Those parts of the guitar. What a voice. With that riff in the background, propelling everything forward. I mean, what can you say about the dude's voice as well? He's got this weird way of, he almost sounds like, evil. Does that resonate with you guys? But in a way that makes him interesting. It's like almost like what you'd imagine in like a villain in a movie would sound like. Yet he's singing about redemption. He's like, you feel on his side. I can't quite describe what it sounds like to me, but he's got such a unique voice. It's almost high in register, but it's got that raspiness to it as well. Is fantastic, man. And that riff, dude, talk about a way to propel your track forward constantly. It's so in sync with those fucking drums too. We're marching forward. Doesn't he sound like a kind of an evil madman? Right? Listen to that. Hellacious. I love the way that riff leaves little gaps. See how it pauses for a second. Stop. Stop. Whew. Wow. What do you even say after that, man? Classic rock record, right? As classic as you can get. It has all the elements that, you know, before I started this channel that I imagined that a rock song has. It's loud, it's full of attitude, it's got a crazy good riff. The lead vocalist is just kind of bananas. I was describing him as like almost like an evil madman. That's what he sounds like to me. But he's having the time of his life, you know. That's the sort of mix he has in his voice. Such a powerful voice. It suits the music so well, and it kind of reminds me in a way their music of like sort of like Led Zeppelin, right? I think they kind of occupy a similar space in terms of tracks like maybe Whole Lot of Love, maybe. You know, those heavy guitar records where Plant was in his soulful high-pitched register also screaming on top of them. At least I make the comparison. I don't know if everyone will. They certainly have a similar kind of like attitude to their music. It makes you feel free, want to get up and move. You can't help but headbang to it too. Yeah, as I was saying, it has all the elements of a fantastically good rock record to me. I always say like my favorite rock tracks have great drums, a powerful riff, and tons of attitude. And I mean, this has all of those things in spades. Fantastic track, man. I would like to get into their albums. I feel like I could get into the meat of their music more in the albums. I wonder if they've got good songwriting tracks too, because as fantastic as the track was, I think the lyrics kind of serve as more of a feel-good backdrop to the music, right? I didn't really get into the lyrics too much. I thought this track was more like musically fantastic, because I'm back on the track and I'm beat in the flak. Yeah, it's about redemption, right? Coming back with a vengeance almost. To prove people wrong or whatever it may be, whatever the case may be, back in the back of a Cadillac. Dude, at one point I was thinking he's got bars. Like, he sounds like a rapper almost. Like, this is like a verse that a rapper would say. I was like telling the haters to go fuck themselves. Pretty cool, man. I like it. I like it a hell of a lot. On to the next. Hopefully I'll listen to one of these AC/DC songs again soon. So give me a track that's like a good songwriting song of theirs. Maybe I can check that out. Other than that, 2 thumbs up.